So yesterday's Direct was absolutely massive. There were just so many things shown off, and honestly, I think it was so unbelievably close to being one of the most perfect Directs we could have gotten. It was just missing a couple of things in my opinion. Personally, I would have loved to see something new like a brand new Battle Royale mode or something, or a big new mode, maybe some flying cars or death matches. One of those would have been really good, but for me personally, there was just another thing that kinda really let me down. I knew Turf Wars were going to be shown off, and I've been kinda speculating about this game and Breath of the Wild for the longest of times, because both of those games look very familiar to their first games that have come out, and don't look all that different like I was expecting. Now, before I go into why I am very concerned and worried about Splatoon 3, I just wanted to say that I am a huge Splatoon fan. I own all the merch, all the plushies, all the amiibos, so clearly I know what I'm talking about here, and any criticisms about me are invalid and cringe. So the new trailer showed off a lot of cool things, like the graphics and the gameplay, all that stuff, and it honestly looks very good and all, but I'm kinda worried about Splatoon 3 and the Splatoon series as a whole, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking about why. Let's begin. Alright, so what made the original Splatoon game so special to me personally was how different it was compared to other shooter games like Call of Duty and Black Ops 2. Instead of being a dimly lit, colorless, soulless first-person shooter game made for serial killers, Splatoon was a very bright and colorful game, and you're a squid that shoots paint at your opponents. So 10-year-old me was very interested in this game, and so I bought it and loved it. Then Splatoon 2 came out, and this is when a dark age began for the Splatoon series. The game looked exactly the same as the first game, and I was just sitting there like, what the fuck, man? Why does the game not have cutting-edge graphics? Why is the core gameplay the exact same? I was expecting there to be cars and a Battle Royale mode, but Nintendo failed me. This is when I started to get worried about the Splatoon series as a whole, because the games look the exact same as the previous games, which is unacceptable and makes me scared for what's to come. And other than some new guns shown, the online gameplay looked very similar to the previous gameplay in the original Splatoon. So I didn't want to buy the game when I felt like I already had experienced everything it had to offer. But that's just me personally, and like I said, I am a huge Splatoon fan, so please don't let this video ruin your mood or anything, because like I said, these are just my opinions, which should also be taken as plain facts. Which should not be taken as plain facts. Then Splatoon 3 was announced in February last year, and I know I'm gonna get roasted in the comments below, but the Turf Wars looked so similar to the previous game. So, once again, Nintendo failed me, and the Splatoon series is doomed to fail a fiery grave. And I won't be buying Splatoon 3 until they make some real changes, like that Battle Royale mode I brought up a while ago. Now, the story mode looked incredible. There was the bus from Fortnite, and that tower from Fortnite was there, but the core online gameplay is what I really care about, and it just didn't look all that different. Obviously, there were gonna be some new guns, hair, abilities, Rule 34, but they had to be. Because if they weren't, I would never buy another Splatoon game again. Now recently with the new trailer, Nintendo showed off another full unedited match of Turf Wars in Splatoon 3, and yes, it does look good. The music is great, and the new abilities seem like so much fun, but is it enough for a whole new game? No, it's not, and I'm gonna go into full fury mode with these Splatoon devs who have failed me time and time and time again, like the mentally ill people they truly are. The Call of Duty and FIFA series are constantly getting shit on by people for releasing games every year that don't change anything. Other than some new guns or players, the core gameplay stays the exact same. There are always new story modes, but no one really cares about them. The story mode looked incredible. It's the online gameplay that people care about, so it kinda worries me that Splatoon is heading down the same path that Call of Duty has paved. And if you're a die-hard Splatoon fan, like myself, of course, you're gonna disagree with everything I've said with this video, and I'm not blaming you.
You guys have no idea on just how doomed Splatoon 3 is right now, because they didn't add anything new to the game.
Like the Battle Royale or the open world games like Breath of the Wild. Oh, you know what, I'm gonna do it. You guys have no idea on just how doomed Splatoon 3 is right now, because they didn't add anything new to the game like Battle Royale or open world games like Breath of the Wild. This game is gonna be awful and it's gonna flop at launch. I can't believe Splatoon is heading down the same dark path that other shooter games like Call of Duty and Overwatch are heading down. And similar with Breath of the Wild 2, the game looks way too similar to the first game. Now, here's what the graphics should have looked like. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? This is what the game should have looked like. This is what we should have gotten. An upgraded Splatoon game, but instead, Bowser here decided to kill off the Splatoon series for good with these bullshit trailers. And, as expected, Nintendo has failed me once again for the 5th time this week. Mark my words, Bowser, I will never, ever play stupid Splatoon squids again. I'm sticking to good games like Valor.
If you're a die-hard Splatoon fan, of course you're going to disagree with everything I've said in this video, and I'm not blaming you, but ask yourself this.